Hi, I'm Andrew and welcome back again to Taekwondo Step by Step, the place where we learn the world's favourite martial art. And again with me is our master, Gu-hyun. Now, yesterday, what was it that we learnt yesterday?
Yes, yesterday you learned about many ways you can make sonnar, or the hand blade which you can use to attack. Sonnar is made by sticking the fingers, except for the thumb, together, and folding only the last joints of those fingers. The thumb is placed on the outside of the forefinger and is supposed to be pushed in forcefully toward the outside of the hand. Then the area between the joint of the little finger and the wrist are called sonnar, and it is usually used for blocking fists and hitting. On the area opposite from sonnar, you push your thumb in tightly and line up the joint with the first joint of the forefinger. You use the area around the first joints of those two fingers to attack, and we call it 등주먹. The 등주먹 is used on areas where the sonnar can't be used, like the temple or the sternum. We also learned that when we use the 손등, or the back of a hand, we do it lightly. We're lightly slapping our opponents.
Okay, then I've seen in the movies and on television, they use their hands in some really cool moves. Today, can you show us some finger moves?
Why, sure, Andrew. We call this 손끝. 손끝. It can be an effective attacking area, even though it looks very weak. To make it, you stick the forefinger, the middle finger, and the ring finger tightly together. And what's important is that you have to form a straight line. We place our thumb on top of the first joint of the forefinger and push in. As you put force in, your hand may bend. But this is a very natural thing. But your forearm and the hand should always make a straight line. Well, after making 손끝, you can strike either your opponent's sternum, or you can stretch your hand out and attack your opponent's lower groin, which will inflict a lot of major damage on your opponent. Also, you can turn your hand over and strike the area around your opponent's eyes, like this. We have names for each of these previously mentioned types. 세운 손끝. Yeah, it's called 세운 손끝. Then we have 엎은 손끝 and 젖힌 손끝. When you strike your opponent with each of those forms, you are doing 세운 손끝 찌르기, 엎은 손끝 찌르기, and 젖힌 손끝 찌르기. We can compare 찌르기 to the effect of the blade of a knife. This is longer than 주먹 by 1, 2, 3 joints, right? So it can deeply penetrate someone's soft spots and create more serious damage. This can't be properly used by just copying the form. What you have to do is to constantly train yourself, and when you master it, it can create the effect of a knife or the blade of a knife. You are looking at 세운 손끝 찌르기. Here, he is using it to attack the sternum. The next one is 엎은 손끝 찌르기, and the attack is done on the area between the eyes. This is 젖힌 손끝 찌르기, and it is used to attack the groin of your opponent.
Oh, I'll have to be careful of that one. But now what's next?
Yes, the next one, just now we talked about 손날, or the hand blade among the usages of a hand. In Taekwondo, we can also attack an opponent using the tips of those two fingers. You can hold it any way you want, but you have to push in your ring finger and little fingers deeply into your palm, and you have to press the second joint of your ring finger firmly with your thumb. Then your forefinger and middle finger won't really spread out, and they will always be straight. Your forefinger should be remained in a straight line with the inside of the hand and the arm, and you use your middle finger to stretch the fingers out. Would you like to know where you can use this form?
Sure.
Well, in general, you will see many people using this method to attack the lids of your opponent's eyes, the lower part of the eyebrows.
You could lose an eye that way. Now look, that was done with 2 fingers. Have we got them for like 1 finger and then 3 fingers and 4 fingers all together?
Of course, Andrew. There are many ways you can use your fingers to attack. Just before, we saw how we can use 2 fingers and 1 finger to attack, but they look weak, don't they?
Yeah.
To create stronger force, we stick the forefinger and the middle finger together and press the second joint of the ring finger with the thumb. In that case, the forefinger and the middle finger support each other and create a stronger force than when we just use just a finger to attack. We use this to attack an eye as well, like this. And also, we can use 3 fingers to attack. Place your forefinger and the ring finger on your middle finger so that the tips of those 3 fingers make a triangle. And press the second joint of your little finger with a thumb. I know it's actually a little hard to make this form. Like you see, it joins 3 fingers and is called 먼 세손끝. This form is used to attack the areas like the sternum. Or you can join all 5 fingers so that it looks like a pick. It can create an effect of a fork on one's soft spots like the temple or the areas where you want to attack. In other words, you can pick on the area using this form. As you see, we use all 5 fingers here. We can use all the 5 fingers.
Today's point. Today we learned how to execute the various forms of 손끝. Remember, it's only through mastery of the basic forms that you can do Taekwondo properly. That one's definitely enough to take the chip off your shoulder. But thank you again, Master Lee, for teaching us today. That's all we have, and don't forget to be with us again tomorrow on Taekwondo Step by Step.